10 years now, and we started predominantly doing kitchens, and we've diversified into building work, bathrooms, etc. And I've been running as managing director for 6 years now. Before I started ActionCOACH, it was everything was just very stressful. I didn't have a very good work-life balance, and I had a sort of 1-year-old son, and the time I was able to spend with him was suffering a little bit because I was having to spend so much time at work doing everything myself, and I wasn't really getting that balance that I wanted. I went along to the Think Big seminar, and it was just fantastic. It just opened my mind up to the fact that there is actually, there are people out there that can help.
Aimee was an unusual case. When we first made contact with Aimee, she didn't want to grow her business. She was in a situation where her husband was going to be going abroad, and she was going to go with him. And we had about 8 months to get systems and processes in place so that she could control the business from abroad. And the last thing she wanted it was to get any bigger because it was out of control. So it was an unusual, challenging case when we first met her.
Letting somebody in to try and help with your business is quite a daunting thing. You don't want to, sometimes you're not prepared to change and willing to accept changes that you need to make, etc. So it was something that I really had to think about and had to consider carefully. But in terms of how they made me feel and the initial interaction that I had with the coaches in the company, I felt that they really understood what position I was in and where I wanted to take the business, and that they just understood me as well and knew where I wanted to go and what I needed in order to progress. 6 to 9 months, around that sort of time frame, we started to really see both financial results as well as a difference in the team and the motivation levels and just the environment really in which we'd started to create.
It then transpired after about 5 months that her husband's move got put back and it was later cancelled. We still got the business under control, systems in place, she felt much more comfortable, and then her attitude changed to, let's grow it.
The turnover has improved by 22%, gross profit is up by 5%. We've taken the team from a size of 3 to 7, and I think the biggest example of how ActionCOACH has transformed the business is I was actually able to go on holiday for 3 weeks, leave the team to manage and run the business without me, and enable me to actually come back with a team that are still on talking terms and a business that operated successfully without me.
Well, obviously initially it was systems and processes, KPIs, things that we could manage the business from a distance. Now we've looked a lot more at marketing, lead generation, the sales process, and a budget for growth as opposed to a budget for containment.
Colin's great. He motivates you and challenges you, but without patronising you or ever making you feel stupid if you don't know the answer to something. So he's just been brilliant to work with and just a fantastic sounding board. And the all-round experience of the whole team has just been brilliant. Yeah, I thoroughly recommend them.
I think that's, I've summed up the major issues. We've managed to get systems in place. It's definitely freed up Aimee's time. It's definitely improved her confidence. She never felt that she was the MD when I first met her. There was always a little bit of lack of confidence. Now I think she's very confident, very capable, but most importantly, she believes it.